Today is a different day. We're gonna have the Poco X7 versus the Tecno Pova 6 Neo in a battery challenge. Which do you think will last longer? The Tecno Pova 6 Neo has a 7000 mAh battery capacity, aka the battery king, and the Poco X7 which has a 5000 mAh battery capacity. Now, to start this battery challenge, here's our itinerary. First, we're gonna go to our local coffee shop to get some breakfast. But for this trip, we are going to go jogging. Yes, we're gonna be taking a morning walk going to the local coffee shop. Okay, I know it's a little bit crazy, but crazy is my middle name. Just kidding, I'm not that crazy. But yes, to make this more interesting and a little bit more realistic test, what better way to test the battery is to use it on the way to your local coffee shop. So stay tuned because this will be a little bit interesting. Okay, before we leave, we're just gonna make sure that the phones are all fully charged. And don't forget the other one. We need to make sure that both of them start at 100% at the same time. So what is really our objective? Okay, our objective is to see which phone will last longer by the end of the day, or at least by lunchtime. Given that you have a phone that has a 7000 mAh battery capacity, that should last for the whole night. And the other one, which you only have over 5000 mAh battery capacity. When you have a battery test challenge or a battery challenge, when you place a 7000 and a 5000 mAh between each other, you would definitely pick the 7000 mAh battery. But then, will the 7000 this time beat the 5000? Or which phone is more optimized on having a better battery? It's almost 100%. It's down to 99%. Almost there. Now they're both at 100% and it's time to set the GPS on for the trip. This should probably just take us a couple of minutes, maybe 15 to 20 minutes to get to the local coffee shop since we are going in a straight line. You should try taking the longer route, you know. That's probably a bad idea. What if we draw some popsicle sticks? If you get the shortest stick, but if I get the shortest stick, I can take the shortcut route. But if you get the longer stick, you'll have to take the longer route. Fine, you're on. What? Alright, it's been an hour since we have used the phones for GPS, and let's check how much battery did it drain from both of them. Alright, we're both gonna be turning them off and let's see how much. Okay, let's just close the location and let's check how many hours it's been. Okay, so it's been an hour and how much battery did it deplete? Okay, so the Poco X7 has a 95%. Okay, let's check the Tecno Pova 6 Neo, which is at 93%. So it's down by 7%. This is just a start. We also did some more depleting on both phones. So with that 1 hour of turning on your GPS and your mobile data, we've managed to deplete 5% for the Poco X7, and for the Tecno Pova 6 Neo, we've managed to deplete 7%. Now, what about other apps that you will use for the whole day? Okay, let's see. While I was in the cafe, I was also testing it with some other apps. And as you can see from the chart itself, up to Netflix category, the battery depletion is almost the same as the other one. But we're forgetting that the Pova 6 Neo is or has a bigger battery compared to the Poco X7, which kept me thinking actually. Because physically speaking, The Pova 6 Neo is bulkier and a lot heavier because, well, it has that bigger battery. And if you zoom in some more, you can see that playing Candy Crush for the Tecno Pova 6 Neo versus playing Asphalt for the Poco X7, you would notice something's off. And you would look at with the Candy Crush. Okay, I didn't notice it at first, like, wow, I never thought that Candy Crush was this much power hungry as Asphalt. Okay, so I wasn't expecting that much battery drain, but they're draining batteries at exactly the same pace. So I think for this battle, the clear winner is the Poco X7. Okay, I did not see that much difference when it comes to the 7000 and the 5000 because they are depleting at exactly the same rate as each are both of them. I could not see the difference or that much advantage of the 7000 milliamp battery capacity. Okay, but the Tecno Pova 6 Neo is still not a bad phone to have, especially if the cost is only half of the Poco X7. It's still a solid performer. Then again, it's a little bit heavy. You just gotta deal with that heaviness, but it's still a very solid phone to have. And with this much competition, I don't think that the Poco X7 can bring the price down. So I think it would still be a wise choice if you only have this much budget. But if you have so much budget, then you could pick the Poco X7, or maybe you could pick a better choice for this one. But they are two both solid phones for their price bracket, and it was already lunchtime when I finished the test. So with 4 hours, 5 hours to spare at work time, I think they will still probably last the whole day. And if you like this kind of video, thumbs down some more. Just joking. Thumbs up, and see you guys around.